Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are doing my everyday makeup routine using my all-time favorite products. So yeah, I'll show you how to get this kind of medium coverage, healthy looking skin and my foundation routine using like I said, all of the products that I love and have been loving for the past few years. So I hope you enjoy it and let's get started. Okay, so before you even apply foundation, you should actually kind of take care of your skin. So I'm going to start with an oil. This is not the Body Shop oil. This is I think it's called the Mono Life something. Oh, I give it away, I can't remember. I got it in the glossy box. I will link it down below because I have no idea what it's called, but it is a really nice oil. What I usually do is I just place it on my skin. The reason I even use an oil is because my skin is so dry, it's bad, especially now that we actually have a winter. Storm Emma came to Ireland and the beast from the east, and we are literally covered in snow, and I think my skin has felt the effects of it because I'm dry in the places that I shouldn't be dry. So like here underneath my nose, here on the sides of my nose, and even on my cheeks, I'm usually never that dry, and just now it's actually ridiculous. Okay, so once that is settled in, the next thing I actually apply on my face is a serum. The serum that I'm using is the Cien Cellular Beauty Serum. It looks like this. I bought it in Lidl actually. It's a nice consistency, not too runny, and very, very hydrating. It does have quite a potent scent, but I'm not that sensitive to scents, so it doesn't really bother me, Okay, so we are working that in. I do have to watch my eyebrows because I did them before I started doing my my routine. I don't necessarily do that often, but I just felt that it would be better for the video. And then after I'm finished with my serum, I apply my moisturizers. The one that I'm actually currently trying to use up is the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. Looks like this. As you can see, it's almost empty. I'm literally like on my last or second last use. So wow, it's hard to open. So I just put it on my face. Yeah, guys, that's the last use. It's actually a lot. So I'm just working that in between my fingers and then just swiping it across my whole face. See, I don't really have a favorite moisturizer. I get bored of skincare products so easily that I don't like buying full-size products because I know that I will just be bored of them within, I don't know, like a month or a month and a half. So I usually change up my skincare very often because, like I said, I get bored of it. And secondly, unfortunately, I haven't found my favorite skincare routine yet, so I'm just trying it out. But yeah, this has been working okay so far for me. It's moisturizing my face, which is the most important thing because, again, I have dry skin. Okay, and the next thing is our eye cream. The one that I'm using at the moment is the Polar Icy Magic Instant Eye Contour Energizer. It looks like this. I received it in one of my Birch boxes from what I can remember, and this one has kind of a nice roller ball to it. So what I do is I kind of press it in a little bit and directly apply it underneath my eyes and on my eyelids as well, because why not? Okay, and then I'm lightly just pressing that in. And usually what I do is I wait a few minutes for everything to be to kind of settle into the skin, and then I start with my foundation routine. Okay, so now we are going into my primer. My go-to primer is the MAC Strobe Cream. Looks like this. I have the travel size because I think it works out a little bit better value-wise. So this is literally just a very luminous cream for your face. It gives the best glow ever. As you can see, I have very deep forehead lines and smile lines. So what I like to do for them is actually get a, you know, kind of a more silicone primer or a pore filling primer. It's kind of the same thing. So my favorite so far has been the Benefit Professional, the Pearl Primer. I got myself this, guess a mini size because I wanted to try it, and let me tell you, it is good. I couldn't bring myself, to get the full size yet because, I wasn't sure that I'm going to like it. So I just got the mini size to give it a go. So what I do is I place the product on my problem areas, so like my forehead and my smile lines, to get that filled in so our foundation won't sink into it. And I'm placing it first and then I'm pushing it in. So once that is done, it's time for the foundation. My all-time favorite is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Foundation. Looks like this. This is the new packaging. I absolutely love it. I have been repurchasing this over and over and over again, and I will to the end of my life, because this is, number one, not very dewy, but a hydrating dewy foundation, which works perfectly for my dry skin. And number two, it's from the drugstore, so I think it's about, this one actually cost €9, but usually I think it's about €13. And then thirdly, the scent is amazing. It smells like fruit, so it's anything you could ask for. So usually what I do is apply 2-3 pumps on the back of my hand, take my finger and place the product on my face so that the sponge doesn't, sink up all of the foundation. So I actually got this trick from Mariah Leonard, I think her name is, and I think it's a very, very good tip, not to so that your beauty blender or beauty sponge doesn't sink up a lot of the foundation. So what I do is, yes, I usually use my beauty sponge. This one is the Eco Tools sponge, and I'm just pressing that in. This foundation is a medium coverage foundation, which is actually my favorite type of foundation for kind of every day. I don't believe in light coverage foundation because why do you want to wear foundation if you don't want to cover anything? So yeah, medium foundation is just, kind of the best, because you get the best of both worlds. You have, a lightweight feeling on the skin, but yet you get enough coverage that, you don't really feel naked. Yes. My goodness. See, that's why I usually don't do my eyebrows before my makeup, but we'll deal with it, I think. I think we'll be fine. And when I'm doing my nose, I'm actually putting the product directly on my sponge and just working into my nose. Okay, and when we have applied our foundation, it is time for concealer. So actually lately what I've been doing is I've been doing a kind of a concealer combo. So first underneath, you know, in the darkest spots, I'm placing the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Razor Eye. It looks like this. It's in the color brightener. So it is, as you can see, it is kind of it has a pink shade, so it is perfect to cancel out, you know, your blues in your skin. So I find it actually very good for my bags. So I just place it. I don't do that reversed triangle thing with this concealer, but I will show you exactly what I'm doing. And then I'm going to take, again, my favorite concealer of all times. It is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. It looks like this. I have been using this for years, and I don't know, this is like my 5th tube already. Okay, so what I'm doing is with this, I am creating that reversed triangle kind of shape, and I'm putting it on the edge of that pink Maybelline concealer so that it would be easier to blend. So I'm doing that. Then I am taking my sponge and just blending it all in. And if I know that I'm not going to be doing you know, a very heavy eye or something, I actually put the remainder of my concealer on my lid to act as a primer, kind of, you know, to cancel out the veins on my eyes, and also to prep my eyelids for any eyeshadow that we're going to put on it. And now, because I have crazy lines under my eyes, I'm taking the Catrice Nude Illusion loose powder, looks like this, and I'm taking my other sponge. This is another Eco 2 sponge, except this is way smaller. I love this for, you know, kind of placing powder under my eyes and, you know, on my problem areas like my forehead and my smile lines. So what I do is I dip the sponge into the powder and I just press it in underneath my eyes. Like this, and I don't like to bake, so I just press it in until it completely disappears into my under eyes. Okay, and then I'm actually placing it, you know, kind of fully into the powder like this, so that it is fully saturated with this, and I put it on my forehead and on my beautiful smile lines. So I blow out my face again and I place the powder. I'm just going to dust off the powder on my forehead. See, that looks flawless. You almost can't see my forehead lines. And then just dust off that powder on my smile lines. For my face powder, I like to use the Wet n Wild Photo Focus pressed powder in the shade Warm Light. Looks like this. I'm taking my powder brush and I'm just dipping it in and lightly going over my face. Did I forget to put foundation down my neck? I think I did. If I did, I'm just gonna do it again. Oh my goodness. Oh, that, and I just take my whatever's remaining on that powder brush and just going in with that. As you can see, my face still you know, is powdered down, but it still kind of has some shine through it. So this is what I want exactly. The bronzer that I've been loving lately is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer. It's like this. I'll show you the inside. Better, looks like this. And what I like to do is just load my bronzer brush in it, tap off the excess, and literally just run it where, you know, I usually bronze or contour and stuff. So I just do that. I like a very bronzed up face, so you might think she's crazy for putting that much, but not. I'm not. So I'm just putting some on my forehead as well, because I have a huge forehead and we need to, you know, kind of shrink it down. And we're kind of, as you can see, connecting the bronzer on our cheeks with the bronzer on our forehead, so that it doesn't kind of look disjointed, you know. And also I'm going to load up my brush like there's no tomorrow and snatch that double chin. I think this is the best trick that I've actually learned when, you know, doing makeup, that, you know, just bronzer is your best friend if you want to look, you know, kind of snatched up, a little skinnier on the face. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to get rid of the creases on my eyelids, and with whatever's remaining on my powder sponge, I'm just going to press it on my eyelids so that it does not crease again. Okay, so our face is fairly bronzed up, so now it's time for blush. The blush that I've been loving lately is the Natural Collection Blush Cheeks in the color Rosy Glow. Looks like this. I'm not really sure why it's called Rosy Glow, if it's a matte bronzer, but I guess we will forget about that. So I'm just taking, you know, an angled brush. This is the Spectrum A05, looks like this, and I'm just loading up my brush, tapping off the excess and lightly dusting that on my cheeks. And for the second last thing, actually, we are going to place some highlight. I am going to take my Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette in the shade Pink Sands. It looks like this, and the inside looks like this. So what I actually liked doing recently is taking Santorini and Azores and mixing them together, and taking my brush and placing that on top of my cheekbones. Look at this. Mixing those two colors gives you the best color ever, because the Azores shade, that I think that would be too dark for me on its own, but if I mix it with the Santorini shade, which is like literally a straight up white, it actually gives me the perfect, you know, kind of champagne gold highlight. And I'm also doing kind of a C shape here, so I'm placing a little bit above my eyebrow. I take some more, put it on my nose. We love that highlighted reindeer look, don't we? And then also on my Cupid's bow, like that, and a little bit on my chin, because I have kind of a textured chin lately. I don't know what's going on, probably because of that winter thing. So yeah, I just put a little bit so that we don't emphasize, you know, that texture. And the final thing that I do in my foundation routine is take some setting spray. My favorite one is the MAC Fix Plus. It looks like this. This has been, no, not has been, is the best thing that was ever invented in makeup. Let that just sink in. Yes, I think that totally think that. This takes my makeup from looking, you know, kind of a little powdery to looking like my skin, basically. So I take this, put my hair back a little bit, and just drench my face in this. And what I do is I take a palette or something and I dry this off. The reason why I'm doing this actually is that when, you know, your face is wet, the foundation and whatever you have put on top could actually get into your fine lines and stuff. So I actually want to avoid getting you know, more product, more sinkage into my smile lines and my forehead lines. So I don't know if you can see, but that just made my foundation look super glowy. So yeah, let me just do the rest of my face and I will see you in a minute. Okay, so this is the completed look. On my eyes, I used the Beauty Crop Trio. And on my lips, I use the Kiko Creamy Color Comfort Lip Liner. That's in the shade 302. And that's the shade. And then the lipstick is the Wet n Wild lipstick in Rosebud. And it looks like this. It literally fits perfectly with this lip liner. And then to top it all off, because my lips are kind of dry, I use the Hawaiian Tropic Lip Gloss in the shade Island Berry. Looks like this. So this gives a lovely luscious looks. So yeah, this is my usual foundation routine. You know, medium coverage, kind of healthy and glowy. Exactly what I like, because I don't want to, you know, pound on heavy makeup on my face whenever, you know, I do an everyday makeup. So if you like this video, give it a like, and also subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Let me know in the comments down below if you like these kind of videos, because then I can do my full coverage foundation routine, my eyebrow routine, whatever, you know, just let me know. Yeah, and that's it. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.